Hi, my babies, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl, Virgo Garden. If you don't know, now you know. Anything you need to know about little me will be down below in the description box. You do not have to be a Virgo to watch this video. Alright, babies, so this is the last video of the mental health edition of Couch Talk, and this one is about accepting where you are in your healing process, which is a very, very, very key thing in order to keep you motivated with your healing journey and with your spiritual journey. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. First off, I hope y'all enjoyed the first 3 videos. I put a lot of work into them videos. It's a lot of pressure, but I got it done though, because I said I'm gonna do this for y'all. This is my give back to y'all. So thank y'all for all the good responses I've been getting, the inboxes and everything. I appreciate y'all so much. I truly, truly do. And thank you for also respecting my journey and me putting myself out here, because good God. All right, good God. Now, so with the first video, we talked about focus and discipline, and we talked about how I was not disciplined and I let my anger get the best of me. With the second video, we talked about the universal law of change and how I waited too long and procrastinated and I should have went and got help sooner. With the third video, we talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly of therapy, and I was very honest with y'all, the best that I could be, about what to basically expect from both perspectives, okay? So this one talking about just being accepting to where you are with your healing process. It's not going to be any different. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how inner child healing affects you. I did not realize I needed to go to therapy until that fight happened with my aunt and my uncle. And some people was like, you should go to therapy, but I was not open to it. And like I said in the last video, that's not something that's really common in the Black community. It's starting to become now, thank God, because we realize we really need to heal. But it's not something that's really common. So it's like people in my family, they don't talk about they go to the therapist if they do go. So I was really the first person in my family to go seek a therapist, but my back was against the wall, y'all. And I didn't realize the things that my sacral chakra was holding for so long. I'm talking about 2 decades now, 3 decades worth of shit. From being mentally, physically, sexually, emotionally, and spiritually abused from my family. So it's no wonder why I go out here in the world and I allow other people to do it to me. It's no wonder why I get tired of it all adding up and then I explode like a volcano. So now hopefully y'all can understand better when I say do the inner child healing work and why it's so effective. Because I'm trying to tell you, the spiritual shit, you gotta do that. You have to, and it's a forever thing. It's always going to be something there that you have to heal from. It's always going to be different layers of that particular topic or situation that you're going to have to heal from. Such as life. So I am grateful that, I did get a therapist that did understand me and show me that it's a different part, or it's a different side to life. Because for so long, like my therapist said, that I just see the world through pain-colored glasses, because that's all I know is pain. All I expect is pain. Lovers coming into my life, I expect you to hurt me. I expect you to dog me out. I expect you to treat me bad. I expect you to hit me. I expect you to get in fights with me and be jealous, because that's what I knew from my ex-fiance. That was the first love of my life. That also relates back to that inner child healing work, because most of us are young when we have the first love of our life and we don't know any better. So inner child healing work isn't just your childhood, teenage years, and early 20s as well. Okay, so me working on that has definitely been effective. It's helped me with my social anxiety. It's helped me with actually stepping into my mission, stepping into my life purpose, which is what we all really are here for. Discovering yourself, who you are, and what your purpose is, okay? So, y'all, that's why it's very important, like I'm saying, to focus on this inner child healing. It affects everything in your life. It's the foundation, okay? So, the next thing we're going to talk about is Good and bad. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it funky with y'all, and I gotta speed through this because my phone's about to die. So remember in April new moon is what popped all this wonderful, beautiful new path of change in my life, and just the motivation to just drive it all the way in my life. And I told y'all back in April, I said something clicked with my energy, and it's some whole new shit, right? So basically what happened around this new moon in April is I was under a lot of stress. I was processing different things emotionally, mentally. I was helping a lot of people, and I was not taking care of myself. I was not getting proper sleep. I was not eating right. I was not exercising the way I need to. I was not drinking my water. I was not grounding. I was just not, okay? And remember the first Sunday in Mimosa, I told y'all about the emotional ass neighbor that I have, that I apologized to 3 times, and he still felt some type of way. Well, to go ahead and speed this up, basically he's still in his feelings to this day. And from July until probably, I would say March, maybe the beginning of April of this year, that man, because remember I stay in an apartment complex, that man has been coming behind my fucking apartment and shooting off his gun, scaring the fuck out of Marley, because it doesn't scare me, but it scares Marley. And I don't appreciate that shit. So you're trying to shoot a gun off, trying to scare me. Now, if I call my people, it's going to be a whole different type situation. Then also, number 2, because you're in your feelings, I ain't tell y'all this, I don't think. The man keeps fucking vandalizing my goddamn car. Keep putting glue on the windshield. So when I cut the windshield on, glue is fucking smearing across, throwing soda, throwing coffee. He's scratching the paint off. He's scratching the windows and shit. Like, just bitch ass female type shit, okay? So I really have had my last with this man, and I ended up running into him April around this new moon. So and on the particular day that I run into this man, 1, you have shot your gun off recently. 2, vandalizing my car. Every day I go to my car, is glue on the windshield, soda thrown up there, something scratched. Every day, yo. So just so happened, I got up early and I wanted some Chick-fil-A. So I went to go get me some Chick-fil-A breakfast because they was about to discontinue, and they did it. It broke my heart. I used to, y'all, like when I say I used to be speeding through traffic to go get Chick-fil-A's breakfast. It was the sunflower multi-grain bagel. Oh my god. That shit was crack. I don't know why they discontinued that. But I went to go get that though, and I had Marley with me because I said, Marley, I'm gonna take you for a walk after I go get my Chick-fil-A because it's cool enough. So me and Marley go get my Chick-fil-A, we come back. Now, on my way to Chick-fil-A is when I noticed that there's glue on my windshield again. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I had actually made a U-turn and came back to the crib, right? And I pulled up in front of his truck. And I was, y'all know I keep bricks in the car, right? So I swear to God, I was about to go to jail. I ain't give a fuck, it was broad daylight. I was about to bust every window. Jasmine Sullivan, I bust the windows out your car. Okay, it was about to go down. It really was. Now, what saved me was I called Tori because my squad, they sent me a sign. And the sign that they sent me, I knew they was telling me to calm down. So the best I could do, because I was already lit, was call Tori. So Tori's talking to me on the way to Chick-fil-A, and she already knew about this situation anyway, because I have been told her about this bitch ass nigga. And she was like, you know, you just need to stay focused, sis, and this, that, and the third, and like, don't be letting him get up under your skin. I'm like, I'm real life about to go back to the crib and bust the windows out of this man's shit, right? So I come back to the crib and I take Marley for a walk. Now, where I parked, I noticed that his truck had moved. So me and Marley go for a walk, and we're coming back, and I go and get my stuff out the car because I'm not about to walk with Chick-fil-A in my hand. Now I go get my stuff out the car, and as I'm walking up to my building is here. Okay, I'm walking this. Well, let me do it the way that y'all can see it. Okay, so as I'm walking up to my building is here. His building is right here. So this is my building. This is his building. I have to pass his building to get to my building, right? Guess who's outside smoking a Black and Mild with one of their little friends? The bitch ass nigga, right? So Tori was like, don't say nothing. And I'm like, fuck dots, okay? Because you messing with my moneymaker. They get me where I need to get. Something happened with Marley. Something happened with me. Something happened with one of my people. I need to get around. Don't fuck with that. Like, you fucking with my visual. So it's like you're trying to make me crash and kill myself. So hell no, I ain't about to let it go. Now, I kept walking, but I said what the fuck I had to say. And I told him, I said, do not keep coming behind my building, shooting your gun off, and don't be vandalizing my car. And first thing out of his mouth, crazy bitch, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. I said, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, because that shit ain't starting until me and you got into it last year. I said, do not be fucking vandalizing my car and coming off behind my fucking apartment building, shooting your gun off. And he was like, crazy bitch, and da-da-da, what the fuck you gonna do about it, and this, that, and the third. So me and him going back and forth, and I'm cussing him out, still on the phone with Tori, still got Marley, still got my Chick-fil-A. So in between me and his building is a patch of grass, and it's this big ass tree. So the tree is like halfway in between our buildings, and me and him kept going back and forth. But as we're going back and forth, I'm still walking towards my building, and I got almost to the door of my building, and he was like, come over here and say that shit to my face, you crazy bitch. Now, I don't know who the fuck he thought he was talking to, but me personally, I ain't no punk ass bitch, and I done thumped a lot of men, okay? But not a lot, I done thumped enough, though. Alright, so I'm not scared to fight no guy. Completely forgetting I'm in chronic pain, though, right? Gotta look at the bigger picture. And that I have Marley with me. I start walking towards him. I stop at the tree, which I feel like is a respectable enough space to let him know I'm not scared of you, but motherfucker, don't keep trying me, okay? So he sees me walking towards him with Marley. I don't know why, because if you actually sit with Marley, hell, you could be video chatting with me and Marley could be around me. You know Marley is a sweet fucking dog. Okay, Marley is not no killer type dog at all. She's an emotional support dog, and that's what I got my baby for, and that's what my baby do. That is my real daughter. This punk motherfucker is scared of dogs, apparently. Because Marley, she's not a baby anymore, but she's not really a full-grown Labrador adult yet either. So she's in between. She's like a teenager right now. She's in between. So she's a medium-sized dog. This scary motherfucker told me, oh, stay right there, I got something for your dog. So the only thing that I'm thinking, if we're talking about you shooting off your gun, is you're gonna go get a gun and shoot my dog because you're scared of my dog. So to fast forward this story and to make sure that we stay legally correct, I go in the house talking to Tori. There's a knock at the door. I go to the door. It's the police. He called the police on me because he told the police that I allegedly brandished a knife. Okay? Because he threatened my dog, and I told him, you know what, I got knives in the house. So he called the police on me because I allegedly brandished a knife, and he felt threatened. And I also told him that he need to stop popping off at me because my people will pull up, and I won't play about that. And he felt threatened, so he called the police on me. So basically what they did was they gave us both the option to file restraining orders, and I had to file a temporary restraining order on this man just to put some type of legal documentation. He need to leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. So I was going through all of, when I disappeared for them 4 days, that's what I was going through, because I'm like, I almost lost everything. Fucking around with someone who is not worth the conversation, the apology, the energy, the thought, anything. And all of this real life, because a couple of y'all knew about this, but all of this real life goes back to the fact that you wanted to holler at me last year. I didn't give you the time of day. Add me on Facebook. That's what I say when I'm trying to swerve somebody. I don't want you to have my number. Add me on Facebook so I can block and delete you accordingly when I'm ready to, in case you want some stupid shit. That gives me the chance to get to know you as a person. And he was like, oh, I don't really do Facebook, this, that, and the third. And he's just really full of drama, y'all. And he's extremely emotional, and he clearly has not done his inner child work. Now, where the problem comes in is, you never been into my house. You never been in my building. How the fuck do you know where I stay? So, before the police left, I said, let me ask y'all a question. And it was like, what? I was like, how did y'all know where I stay? And they said, oh, he told us. So that further proves my point that you are the one coming back behind my apartment building, shooting your gun off. Because how else would you know where I stay? I'm going to tell you how he knows where I stay. Never being in my building or to my apartment, right? There's this person, I think I told y'all about him, that he's a very messy individual, and he's part of the reason why people were trying to blackball me last year. It's somebody I helped and somebody I worked with and somebody that really didn't have many friends or anything, and I was just cool with him. And he's been in my apartment, and he's a photographer, allegedly. I ain't really seen no professional work out of him, but because I believe in the people I'm around, and because I want everybody around me to win, I've done a couple of promo shoots with him. With one of these promo shoots, I told him it's going to go in an international best-selling magazine that has won twice for international best-selling magazine. He sent me back horrible-ass pictures. He see me popping and shit. I didn't use the pictures, and I had to pay to get the pictures in the magazine. He sees me popping and shit. He starts hanging out with the people that I'm telling him in different cities he should hang with. That'd be good for his business and his growth. And then he starts taking my advice, starts doing that, and then he starts dogging me because he hit me up. He was like, damn, you know everybody. So you out there talking to me about everybody is the conclusion I came to. I'm trying to speed this up to some of y'all because my camera about to die. But he's the type of person, he likes to leech off of people. And he also gossips about people because he doesn't have a life. And he done sat here and told this man where I stay and different shit about me, this, that, and the third. Oh, she got a YouTube channel because they know I have a YouTube channel. They do. They be watching. That's why I allegedly brandished a knife. Okay? Allegedly brandished a knife. So, y'all, this is what I'm talking about when I say you're going to have challenges. And you're going to have the good days and the bad days. You might slip up. You might fuck up. But I had to take them 4 days off because I had to reevaluate my life, my purpose, where I'm going, and how these emotions are affecting me. And that's why I also took a month off from socializing and talking to people as well, because my stability, my survival, my peace of mind all depends on my day-to-day. And I realized I need to take a break because I got my hands in too many different things. I'm helping too many different people, talking to too many different people, trying to help them through their problems, and I'm not doing the same for myself. So please make sure you do set your healthy boundaries as well. So the last thing we're going to talk about is the breakthrough. So the last part we're talking about is my breakthrough moment. So, Rosie girl, I hope you're watching. This is the story you were waiting for. Okay, remember I said I had to make a video about it. It was so intense. Yeah, so, of course, y'all know my sexual traumas. And I told y'all the story about me fighting my aunt and my uncle and how that shit panned out. Craziness, right? And the crazy thing is, after the fight happened and I got threatened by my cousin a week later, it didn't stop. It didn't stop. Like, not even me being threatened, but that November, my little cousin went over to their house for Thanksgiving because he doesn't have any living parents. So, and that's like my little brother. And he went over there for Thanksgiving because he's thinking he'll have somewhere to go, be around family, this, that, and the third. He told me, because I just so happened, I told him about the fight and everything that happened probably like a month and some change prior to Thanksgiving. But I told him, I said, I don't want you to tell anyone that you know, and I don't want you to look at them any different because this is my issue with them and not your issue with them. But naturally, he did look at them different. But, he goes over there, though, and he's thinking it's just going to be Thanksgiving dinner. And he told me from the time he walked in that door to the time he left out that door. And when you go over somebody's house for Thanksgiving dinner, you're over there for a couple of hours, a few hours. And he said from the time he walked in to the time he walked out, all they did was drag me. All they did was drag me. Oh, we can't talk to grandma anymore. My grandma, she stopped talking to them. She stopped talking to them. She stopped dealing with them. She said, until you can admit what you did was wrong, and until you could act, basically like an adult and apologize, she said, I'm not talking to you. I'm not dealing with you. And that's what she said. Okay, that's what she said. That was one of me and my grandma's issues, because that's what she say, but I don't really believe that anymore. Like, used to be talking to them, and I don't care if she does it, if she doesn't. Just don't tell me that you're not talking to them in order to make a stance for me, and then you're still sneaking talking to them. So like another added issue with them now is you're lying. That's defamation. Okay, that's defamation. And y'all the ones who assaulted me. Your son is the reason why this shit happened. And you're making me out to be the bad guy again, like you always do. Black sheep shit, right? So that happened with the cousin in July, and now I'm looking at him funny because I'm like, I really don't understand how y'all can sit here and tell me after all that shit I told y'all I went through that I should just let the shit go. I should heal. I should forgive. I can forgive, but I don't need to be around these people. They wanted to go back to how it was. Fuck y'all. This shit is not going back to how it was, because if this shit happened to y'all, like, y'all, this shit is crazy. Like, they just feel like I should forgive, let it go, and we should all just go back to being a happy family. We never was no happy family in the first place. And also, to make it even worse, remember last May, I had a great auntie, well, a grand auntie that passed away, and I told y'all that was my favorite auntie, my grandma's sister. Me and her, we weren't super close, but she loved the fuck out of me, and I loved the fuck out of her, because she was a straight shooter like me, okay? And we just had a special natural bonds. And I remember when my uncle had passed away, that's my grandma's brother, and we were at the funeral, and my auntie would not stop crying, and so many people trying to get her to calm down, and my grandma came over there, and she was like, Nina, go over there and calm your auntie down. And I went over there, and I was the only person. It took me 2 minutes to calm her down, because she was... And it took me 2 minutes to calm my auntie down. And that's the last memory I have with my auntie, other than when I went to go see her in the hospital the February before she died. Well, a year before she died, actually. No, February. I don't know, y'all. But I went to go see her in the hospital before she died. I know that. And those were the last couple memories I had with my auntie. My auntie passed away. Do y'all know I couldn't go to that funeral? Because my aunt decided she wanted to come with Dominic and Dominic's brother, like they security. Then my mama told me, because I did not want to mess up that funeral. I'm like, my auntie was an amazing woman. She gonna have a classy ass funeral. And I heard it was extremely classy. She had a pink casket, doves. She had all that. Okay, she had all that. Deserve it. She had a band and everything. Deserve it. Okay, but I did not want to mess up her funeral, and I did not want to turn it into no ghetto funeral, so I didn't go, because I knew I was going to fight if I saw anybody or anybody tried me or said something out the way. My mama goes to the funeral and tells me that she was hugging them and dapping them up, and Dominic's daddy told me, it's time for us to end this, it's time for us to make peace. Fuck you, because you the one that started all this shit. I don't even think his wife know that the reason why I was fighting her because your husband put his hands on me in the house, because she didn't see that part. So... y'all, to speed all of this up, I'm dealing with all of that, and I'm like, you know what? I can't. I fucking can't. Like, I really can't deal with this shit anymore. And my cousins came into town, my little cousins came into town in February, and they went around to go see everybody. But when he came over here to see me, he just, like, he was being judgmental about my spiritual path, because he's a Jehovah's Witness, and he don't believe in that shit. So he's extremely... judgmental about that. And then he kept making sure to let me know he gonna go see other people, and it's just stuff like that. They just kept adding up. I'm like, you know what, I don't need to deal with him anymore. So that's why I don't talk to my little cousin. But I told him that maybe, you know, later on this year we can have a conversation, but just for right now, I'm good. Okay, just for right now, I'm just basically tired and fed up, and just tired of being the bad guy. So May 8th, 2021, I had a breakthrough moment, and I got on my personal Facebook page, and out of the 5 people that molested me, I posted a picture of my sister, my cousin that ejaculated on me and made me suck his dick, his sister, which is Bree, by the way, the one y'all heard me talking about, that cousin. Bree is his sister, who also molested me, and and of course Dominic. And I put a picture of them 4 up. I didn't put a picture of the other one up because different reasons, y'all. He got some serious mental health issues, and I just didn't want to add on to that. And that was a one-time thing with him. I mean, it still was bad, but I have a good heart for the people that have hurt me. Clearly, I'm not a cold-hearted bitch, right? But I was very detailed. I was like, imagine being 4-year-old and your cousin telling you you have to get naked. Imagine your sister telling you you have to suck her titties, or your cousin telling you you have to suck his dick. And I went the fuck in and let the fuck have. And I got so much support and so much positive feedback. Family that I actually do fuck with, but I don't get to talk to like that because they're distant family. They hitting me up. They're like, yo, you hit me anytime you know you need me. My OG hitting me up. He was like, yo, anybody try you know the number. I'm like, I know. But y'all, it was such a breakthrough for me, and it was so amazing. But at the same time though, what goes up must come down, and I was on such a high because I'm like, it's finally off of me. I finally got to speak my truth to the world. The entire family knows. I don't care who get mad. And I'm still on edge. Like I'm waiting for it because it ain't happened, but I'm waiting for it. I'm like, somebody gonna try me. I know that. But I ended up crashing as well. And that's also another reason why I was like, yeah, I'm not going to just make this a week or two where I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just going to make this the whole month where I'm not talking to anybody because I need to be selfish for myself for once. And it has done a great amount of wonders for my health. And I feel so much more freer now, y'all, because I don't feel like I have to carry all that weight around. And then it's people who didn't understand me and they read that post and they saw that post and they're like, I get it now. I get it now why you're so distant, or why you'll be quick to put somebody in their place, or you don't mind cussing somebody out, but I don't always do it. Sometimes, y'all, I sit there and take a lot before I do. So, y'all, that was my breakthrough moment. In order to have healing with your mental health, you have to have a breakthrough moment. I hope y'all enjoyed the mental health edition of Couch Talk. I will be bringing Couch Talk back in June, but it's going to be probably once a month, y'all, because it's supposed to be once a week, but it's probably going to be once a month, so be looking out for that. Thank you to everybody for all the positive feedback, and all right, babies, I'm your girl, Virgo Garden. If you didn't know that shit, I bet you know that shit now. How to follow me, how to book me, and how to get my wonderful, beautiful, amazing products that you all love so much will be down below in the description box. Remember, babies, in order to heal, you have to talk it out. Love you, babies.